Now we will learn something more complex about this nested loop. So nested loop, it is a loop placed inside another loop. Now let's say if I want to print something like this. What is the syntax? So I will do this one. I can just use this one, and then I can do print. Whenever you print, you will go to the next line. Now I want to print something in the same line. How can I do that one? Using the N. Okay. So I can use the star like this one, and then I can do the N. Okay. And then, oh, sorry. N equal with blank like this one. So it will be in the same line. Okay. And then if you print this, it will be all in the same line. So how can I go to the next line? I can do print. Okay. So with print like this one, you can go to the next line. Now it goes to the next one. There will be a difference if you put this print here. Okay. When you put this print here, then we will see, we will print this star for 3 times because it will show 1, 2, 3. Okay. But instead the number 1, 2, 3, we want to print sum. So star and star and star for 3 times. After we have this one, we will go to the next line. After we go to the next line, we will repeat again until 4. So it means we will have 4 times. Okay. So you can have your box. For example, I want to print for 10, and then I want to print for 8, like this one. Yeah, you can have your box with the star. Or you want to change this star with the symbol plus. Okay. So it can be with the plus symbol. Okay. Now, what is the output of the following nested for loops? I have the for I in the range of 1 until 7. And then I have the for j in the range of 1 until I. And then I will print, and then I will print this. So what is the result? It will be like star with triangle. Okay. So let's see. So if I change this to I, it means it depends on the value of I. For j in range 1, 1. What is the result? If it is range 1, 1, then there will be no result. But if the I equals to 2, we will print 1, comma 2. If 1 comma 2, then we will print only one time. When I equals to 3, then we will go the j from 1 until 3. When I equals to 5, we will do the j from 1 until 5. Okay, so it depends on the variable I. If you run this one, then you can see that the first line is blank. And then you will see like this kind of thing. Okay. Now, what about this one? I have I in the range of 1 until 6, and then I have j in the range of 1 until I plus 1. And then I will print I. So what will be the result? It will print 1, and then I will print 2, 2, and then I will print 3, 3, 3 until 5. Okay. So this kind of problem will show this output. Okay. Now it's more complex. You already know about the for loop. So the for loop for I in range 1, 6, and then you can print any numbers here. Now let's say I want to print the numbers for 7, 10, 13, 16. So what will be the statement inside print? So I have the I, it will be from 1 until 5. So I will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But there is a formula to make this number. So if it is 1, then I will print 4. If it is 2, I will print 7. If it is 3, I will print 10. If it is 4, I will print 13. If it is 5, I will print 16. So you need to find the formula. Okay. I give you this formula. I assume that, okay, I will just multiply with 3 and then plus the number with 1. So you need to find the pattern. 4. It is when I have number 1. So the pattern will be, yeah, you can say, can I multiply with 4? Yes, of course. But when it is 2, what happens? When it is 2, 2 multiplied by 4, it is 8, but we get 7. So you need to find how you need to make the formula. We have this number. How can we make the formula? Right? Okay. So if it is 1, it will be 2. So 5 multiplied by
I minus 1.
minus 1. This one. 5 multiply I minus 1 plus 2. Okay. Yeah, actually we can do with the simple minus 2. Okay.
It's the same.
Yes, this is the same. Minus 1 and then minus 2. Okay. We can do with minus 3. So you need to find those pattern, and then in order we can print this number. So if we have this, then you can just use the, okay, let's say I have for I in range 1, 6. So I will print 5 multiply by I minus 3. And then I will do the n. Oh, let me make a space. So the number will be 2, 7, 12, 17, and 22. Because here there will be a difference of 5. Okay. There will be a difference of 5, so it will be 5 multiply. And then for the first number, actually it is 5 minus 3. So we can have 5 multiplied by I, and then we put the minus 3. What about this? The first number is 70. And we know that it will go down for every 4. Okay. Then, of course, we can do with the 4 multiplication. And then we know that the first number is 70. Twenty-one minus 4 multiplied by I. Okay, let's see. So you can try step by step. Okay, if you still cannot understand this pattern, then you can try it step by step. Now you see that every number will be minus or will be decreasing by 4. 17 to 13, it will be decreasing by 4. Okay. And then 17 to 13 to 9, it will be decreasing by 4. Okay. Then we can just use the minus 4 multiplied by this number. And then in order to check this 17, so we will check from the original number. The original number when count equals to 1 is minus 4. So in order to get the 17, then we will have 21. Okay. So usually when we do this one, we will check what is the multiplier, what is the multiplier number, and after we know the multiplier number, we will do with the addition or subtraction. How can we create this one with the for loops? We have the inner loop and we have the outer loop. Okay. So we know that if let's suppose we have I and j, Okay, let's suppose we have I and j. So this will be the I, and this will be the j. This is what you already know from the for loop. For I in range 1,6 and for j in range 1,5, for example. Okay, from this one, we know that the I and j with this following pattern. Okay, of course you can say that, okay, can I change with this a and b? Yes, of course. Yeah, it depends on you, how you define the variable. Okay, now I know that this is the outer loop and this is the inner loop. So the outer loop, it will be the row, and the inner loop will be the sorry, this is the row, is the outer loop. There will be 5 lines, and the inner loop there will be 5 columns. So how can we create this one? So we need to understand the same idea like when we create this one. When we create this one, we start from the small to big. When we create this one, we start from the number 1 until 5. But if we want to generate another kind of shape with this kind of shape, so it means we will have the big number go to the small number. So the idea will be the same with the pattern that I mentioned before. So you can make a kind of table, and you can see we have 4 dots. In the line 1, we have 4 dots. In the line 2, we have 3 dots. In the line 3, we have 2 dots. In the line 4, we have 1 dot. And the last line, we have 0 dot. In this case, you can write the for loop like this one. When it is the line, if you just have only the one loop, you can start from 1 until 6. So it means you will have 5 times. So it means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5. But how if we want to go to the next, which is 3, which is 2, which is 1, which is 0? So we can make also the same formula. Whenever we have the line, we can decrease it. We can decrease. And we know that this will be every 5. So you can make the same formula like what we already did in the previous pattern. So with this formula, minus 1, it means we will decrease the number, and then plus 5 because we are going to make from the original value, this is 4, and go down to 0. In that case, I can make with this formula to print only the dot. Okay. So I can for a in the range of 1 until 6, and then I can make a formula. Minus 1 multiplied by 8, okay, plus 5. So I can print the not n equal. So this ending of the range, it can be also a formula. You don't need to think only numbers. We can have formula for this one. And when you have this formula, okay, you will see this result. To make more visible, you need to give the next. So if we have the number 5 here, it means we have only until 3. Yeah. If you put one more until 6, then you will have 4. If you have this one until 7, you will have more. Okay. Okay, so we already have this pattern. But the problem is we need to show the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to show the numbers that represent the line. Okay, you know that this print blank, it means we go to the next line. So it means after we do something or after we print something, we will go to the next line. So you can print I and then, oh sorry, A, then you will get this one. What about if I print B? What is the result? It will be always the end of this number. You know, when we have this one, the number ends with 4. When we have this one, we have the number end with 3, and so on. Okay. So it is very complex to determine the logic. So it requires practice more how to make this kind of patterns. Now, what is the output of the following nested problems? I have the I from 1 until 6, and then I have the J. It is from 1 until minus 1 multiplied by I plus 6, and then I will do the print dot. After I print the dot, I want to print the K, which is from 1 until I plus 1. And then I will print the I. So I is the outer loop. So it will print like this one. Dot, 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 dot. For the first, because I is 1, so it will print only 1. Then dot, dot, dot. If it is 2, then it will print 2 and so. So the answer will be like this. Maybe for some of you it is easy, but for who you are the first time to learn Python or programming, it will be difficult to understand logic. So I think, yeah, I will give you more practice about this one. How can I show this result? From the previous result, we can show the 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5, 5, 5, 5. But now I do not want to show this number. Instead of this number, I want to show again with the dot. Then you know how to create this dot. You can also figure out how to print this dot. So I give you the answer. We have I in the range of 1 until 6. So we will print from 1 until -1 multiplied by 1 plus 6. So here is the first part. And then we will print the I. It means I will print the numbers. And after I print the numbers, I will print the later one, which is the dot. So the later one will be this dot. The dot will be from 1 until I plus 1. And we will print the dot because we want to print in the next line. After we finish with this all, we will go to the next one. Okay. So maybe you will ask, why do we need to understand this nested loop? So if you understand this logic, you can learn how to make matrix. So this nested loop is good for matrix calculation. Now the first problem in the nested loops, okay, write a program that use nested for loops to print a multiplication table. Okay. Let's see the code. So this is a multiplication table. Okay, I will run. Okay, maybe it's not that correct for the position, but it shows that 1 multiplied by 1, it is 1. 1 multiplied by 2, it is 2. 1 multiplied by 3, it is 3. So let's say 4 multiplied by 6, it is 24. Okay, so it is the multiplication table. And we can use this for loop, nested loop, to generate this kind of number. Okay, for this one, okay, this one is better. Okay, so I can see if 5 multiplied by 6, then it is 30. The first part is to print the header. The header is this one. So it is from 1 until 10, and then I want to print the numbers. This is 1 until 9. And then it goes to the next line, and then it goes to the line. This is the line. And then the table body means this is the multiplication result. For the multiplication result, I will do the loop from 1 until 10, and then first I will print the number of 1. And then I give the vertical line, and then it will go to the next in the subsequent. So for the loop, I will just do 1 until 10. Okay, I have forming. What does it mean by this form? So I'm going to put I multiply by j, comma, for d. So this for d means I would like to put for space. Okay. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And those number will be located in the position 4. So you can see that all the numbers now in the position in the right section. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, it will be in the right justified. So that's the meaning by for d. D means any integer number that you want to do the formatting. After we print this one, we go to the next one. So after we finish with this one, we go to the next one. We go to the next one. We go to the next one, and so on. Okay. Okay. So next, look with the conditional alternatives. In Python, we have the break statement and we have the continue statement. Break statement means it will terminate or stop the loop. Control of the program flows to the statement immediately after the body of the loop. If break statement is inside a nested loop or loop inside another loop, then break will terminate the innermost loop. So let's say this one. I have variable in the sequence, and then I have a condition, and then if I break, then it will stop. For example, okay, let me use this one. I have a variable val value in this one, 3. So if I have the string, it means I will print for every of this. For the easy way, let me, if I want to print val, okay, if I want to print val like this, then the result will be for every single character. S, T, R, I, N, G. Okay. Now, Let me get back to the original code. For file in string, so I will do the loop from string. If the file equals to I, that's it. And then print the value. Here. Okay. It means, yeah, we cannot see anything from this one. So if I change this one to here, I will see that it prints S and then T and then R and then print. Means stop. I will not continue until the end. So I will just stop when I find I. So S, T, R, and T. Sorry, this one should be like this. There is another statement, we call it continue. The continue statement is used to skip the rest of the code inside the loop for the current iteration on loop. Loop does not terminate, but continues on with the next iteration. So using the same code, so we can put the continue in the condition of the loop. Okay. We can also put the continue in the while loop. So let's say if I change this is not break, but I change this to continue. What happened? If it is break, then I will have the S, T, R, and then the end. If I use continue, I will get S, T, R, and then when it is I will just continue to the next. What's next? Next after I is N, and then G. Okay. So we can also have something like number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then let's the value, for example, 3. So if the value is 3, I would like to continue. So I do not want to calculate the 3. Then the result will be 1, 2, 4, and 5. How about if I do break? For break, then if val equals to 3, stop. So 1 and then 2, because now it equals to 3, so stop. So you will not continue until the end. So that's an example about the break and continue. Test break. So sum equals to 0, number equals to 0. And when the number is less than 20, do this one. And then if the number plus equals to 1 and then sum plus equal to number, if sum is greater than 100, let's break. So actually the sum can be more than 100, but until 105, because we have this condition, then it is print. About the continue, we have sum equals to 0, number equals to 0. So while number is less than 20, we will add by 1. And if number is 10 or if number is 11, let's continue. Do not do any summation. Okay, so the summation will be only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 12, 13, and so on. So the result will be this one. Okay. Okay, I think I will stop. Okay, I will continue next week.